So I truly am just so honored that I got to participate in the Small Business Festival, because the Small Business Festival, it really touches my heart as a struggling entrepreneur, as a person who has worked so hard to perfect my craft and to be able to, live the type of life that I want to live. Small business to me is freedom, and that's why I love the Small Business Festival and its core mission. The main talking points of what I spoke about today really involves the deep use of existing technology. You see, we tend to take things for granted as human beings. We take relationships for granted. We take our significant others for granted, unfortunately, and we most certainly take technology for granted. Technology that we possess now, you couldn't have even imagined that something like this would exist on the planet. It is profound, and we carry it in our pockets, and so we end up forgetting what that power is. So really my message is to try to wake people up and help them to remember what's in their pocket, that it's not just a phone, it is a portal to another dimension of freedom. And that's how we used it. We saw it, we realized what it really represented, and we didn't want to take it for granted. We wanted to deeply use the technology and use common technology in uncommon ways. So that is the core message that I was delivering today. The main advice that I have for small entrepreneurs is to quit worrying about what you don't have. A lot of entrepreneurs are crippled with a very bizarre balance of optimism and limited thinking. So they have limiting beliefs, yet they're optimistic. It's like hitting the gas and the brake at the same time. They think they need funding. They think they need every type of professional gear and hardware and ideal situation that you could imagine. But really, it's amazing what you can do with ingenuity and faith and determination. And so the thing I would say is get started right now. I know a director, for example, who says he wants to be a director. And in his mind and in his heart, he is a director. And I said, well, what are you directing? And he said, well, nothing yet. And I said, well, get started. Get started. Get started now with what you've got, even if it's an iPad or an iPhone, which, by the way, contains nonlinear video editing capabilities that didn't even exist to professionals 10 years ago. Take that iPhone, take that iPad, or whatever brand of technology that you use, and wear it out. Get started. Get started. That's my advice. Get started. Do something. I don't have passions outside of work. I'm a full-blown workaholic. I don't believe in balance in work and life, contrary to what everybody says about it being good for you. I believe that if you are in alignment with your passion, you can't tell the difference between work and play. And so that's where I live. I live like a child, playing every day, and they call it work. I came from nothing, literally running around on a red clay dirt road in Alabama, not formally educated, high school dropout, 8th grade education with dyslexia. I used a library card as a homeless teen to educate myself and to teach myself about the world and the opportunities that exist in the world. Incidentally, those opportunities came through the very thin thread of following the delicate fragrance of transcendentalism as espoused by Emerson and Thoreau, who also deeply yearned for freedom. Freedom became my primary occupation. Freedom from abuse, freedom from tragedy, freedom from viciousness, including my own viciousness, because viciousness is transmitted like a disease from one person to another. And through this process, I learned some things. I learned that I have power and that I have dignity and I have things that belong to me that no one else can touch. And this is my journey, my quest for freedom, which also involves technology, because there's no such thing as a conversation today in this world about personal development that does not involve technology. It is impossible to have that conversation. And so the thing that I want to communicate deeply to people is it does not matter where you came from in life. It does not matter what type of pedigree you have. It does not matter what type of tragic upbringing you came from or what type of sufferings you've gone through. The technology that is available today, you've got the technology of the Gutenberg press in your hand. You've got technology that could put people on the moon in your hand. It's all available for you to recognize and to take advantage of. And it all starts with you beginning to care about yourself and realizing that you're worth it. And small business and entrepreneurship in America, while truly under great strain, and we all know the various reasons why it's under great strain, and some of those reasons are awful, but it's not dead yet, and neither are you. And so I wish freedom and pleasure to every single person, and I hope that all of their small business dreams and life dreams do come true.